Thank you. Okay, next question. Okay, this one's by Stephen in grade 11. The question is, if your party were to be elected, how would taxes on major corporations be affected? And this time, the order is going to be the People's Party, Conservative, NDP, Green, and then Liberal. So we'll start again with Mr. Quillen.
Well, our platform is very clear. We would eliminate corporate welfare. We would lower taxes for people. And we would take the money back that we're sending to corrupt governments around the world and bring it back and take care of our own. And so our plan is not promising you more money. Our plan is a better distribution of the money we have without taxing you more. Right now, people are paying average family, 44% tax, 34%, 36% for your home, for your life. 44% is going to government. That's not how we get ahead. That's not how we get ahead. We have to have money to do things. And so we would eliminate corporate welfare, we would eliminate subsidies and all of that, and we would lower the tax, bring money home, and create a better economy by putting money in your pockets, in people's pockets.
I think the corporations pay taxes more at sort of with the global market in mind. It's very competitive work. If you have to attract foreign investment, you need to be very competitive with the global corporate taxes. However, the Liberals have been giving a lot of money to corporations, what we call corporate welfare. In fact, our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau fought tooth and nail for SNC Lebanon. This is $1 billion industry. They were involved in criminal proceedings. He tried to save their skin by forcing the first Indigenous female justice minister, a female, and he tried to humiliate, demote her, and then fires her without any apology. He's the biggest defender of the corporations, and we will end that corporate welfare.
The working class, the middle class, of which most of us belong to, that's our economic driver. And for too long, we've believed that these huge corporations somehow were the only ones to create jobs. So unlike the Liberal government, and SNC-Lavalin was brought up, this idea that somehow that corporation's too big to fail when they broke the law, we need to stop thinking that way. Because my parents' small business, your families, unfortunately, were not too big to fail. We are left behind time and time again. So number one, absolutely end that corporate welfare. But let's make something clear as well, that we have so many examples from Amazon down of corporations that actually don't pay their taxes. They shifted overseas, they find ways to escape and find loopholes. I would be in jail if I did that, or your families did that. So we need to stop that practice as well. We need to bring to justice people that have engaged in money laundering, corporations that have done that, to shift our marketplace in terms of housing. But also, last but certainly not least, is this idea that we need to make sure that when companies make profits, it's not by cutting jobs or cutting pensions or lowering benefits on average workers like you.
Voters tell me that it feels like corporations are more important and that working people aren't getting ahead. The SNC-Lavalin scandal really showed the influence corporations have in the Prime Minister's office, and that's wrong. We need to be people before profit. There are companies like Amazon and Netflix that don't pay taxes here, and we need to tax that because that's tax revenues, but they're also taking business away from local businesses, and so our local businesses are suffering because those businesses is taken elsewhere. So that's a revenue source there.
So let's talk about big companies. Who are they? Well, there are thousands of people, thousands of families across the country, hopefully earning good salaries. They're shareholders, and those shareholders aren't sitting out on a veranda somewhere swilling scotch and smoking cigars. They're your parents' pension plan if they have one. They're the investment from your grandparents that they're counting on to sustain them through their retirement. So corporations can be vilified very easily, and they can be driven away just as easily. Tax policies that supposedly target the big fat companies forget that wealth is really, really mobile. A company can pick up and move to a friendlier place, and we have one just 20 minutes down the road. So the duty of every government is to strike the balance. Obviously, companies have to pay their fair share, and our government has done some things to ensure that the companies that have been doing shady things to avoid their taxes are getting reeled in. We need to do that. We'll continue to do that.